Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we will be continuing One Piece episodes 188 and 189, seeing the past of Noland and seeing how inaccurate that book was, at least so far, of just his character and how much all this crazy stuff that he was talking about. We're seeing this happen, but we're also seeing how good of a guy and kind of a badass he really is. They, them showing up, being able to them, the Shandians thinking that that a curse is happening, and that's why they're, a lot of them are dying and getting this crap on their skin. And we find out that it's a disease that they know about it. These explorers, people that's outside this island, they have a doctor, they have technology, they have things that can beat that. It's not a death sentence, a death sentence as people think, the Shandians think on the island that it is. And they're making human sacrifices. We also see that that snake thing that ate Luffy. We saw that here, and this is 300 years ago. So this is like that thing's been there forever, and they're worshiping it like a god. There's so much history here that we're learning. It's great. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out the Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 if you want to see uncut reactions or early releases of this show or all the other shows I do. Discord, all those links are down below, and let's go ahead and start. Now, they said at the beginning of last episode they become friends. It's not looking good at this point. That should give him some make him respect him if he can get past something like this, though. That's way too many sacrifices for, for no good. You gotta give him credit. He put a ton of effort in. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth, though, even if it's shoved in their face. Try number 2 on sacrificing the girl? God damn it. They don't understand it. People do things and they just need a wake-up call. And he should be hurting from that too. Maybe he's just not showing it. Oh God. And they did it themselves, not hoping for a god to cure it. Oh. I think he's kind of understanding. Though the snake ain't gonna understand. Aha, so this is how he understands. You gotta think, this is this is gonna look really bad to people that believe in the gods and stuff. Technically, to them, he just killed a god and they could be punished with these curses. That's the way they think, right? So this is a humongous risk. What Noland said really hit him hard. That's why he doesn't even realize he just did it. He's just so befuddled by this. That's a humongous step.
を破り神を倒したんだ。しかしお前は
what you see as one thing could be something completely else. You can tell he cares about his kid and about the village in general. That's how they can relate in even common principles and the way they look at things. They just needed to be able to come to an understanding. It's nice to see them all happy, but how do you go from this to it going up in the sky and shit? Huh. This is like a tiny version of the big snake. Oh, is that the actual? I wonder if that's the one. That's the one that ate Luffy. Maybe that one grows up. Now they're best buddies. Seeing all those ruins, how they used to look now, is kind of crazy. That guy's legs was like all the way up. What the hell was he doing? This? Like, I can't do it with my legs here, but like, now that looks way better than, you know, current day ruins. All gold. Yeah, they weren't kidding. So this is what people looked for years and years and years. Wow. If you give people stuff like this, you give them some. There's a lot of greedy people. You give a little bit to some people, then other people are going to hear about it and want to go take more. So Robin can read all these things, but they can't even read it 300 years in the past. Ah, so the main function of that bell. That's how they... Ah, so that's how they even found this area in the first place. Yeah, and he's gonna like eating rubber Luffy's. You're gonna have indigestion. Oh, so they even had one of those back then. Is that a pepper? Damn it, it's so peaceful. I think she wants some Noland. How long did he stay there? I can't remember if it said it in the story or not, or if the Shandians talked about it. Non-stop parties on an island. What happened? I don't think they even know what they did. What? That's kind of out of nowhere. Huh. What? Such a change of an attitude that fast. Does it have something to do with the bell then? That's kind of hard to, you know, get a girl's dad to say that. Oh shit, he already has a family. Maybe saying that pissed him off? I don't know. You were just buddy-buddy for a while and then out of nowhere like that. Ooh. Ooh! Damn, he's serious. Oh, that's what it is? Because he found out he had a wife? It's that petty? So he was really happy. Okay, going from that last line. So he's really happy, they're getting along and everything. But once he changed his mind about him, all the other villagers kind of followed suit. So that is kind of what was happening. Once he changed his mind about it, everybody changes their mind about it. But I guess he liked him so much he wanted him to marry his daughter. And I guess maybe it felt like betrayal or something, like finding out that he actually has a wife already. Is it something that small? I mean, can't they be friends without like, you know, marrying his daughter and stuff? Or is it just more of a maybe a bond? Maybe he feels like a bond broke, you know, the bond between them broke because of that. Maybe it does feel like a betrayal to him. I don't know. That's interesting. That is not what I thought. I thought it would have been something bigger than that. To, you know, to suddenly want to throw a goddamn, you know, hit him and cut him like that and just want him to leave. And they're drunk. I don't know if you should be talking to a doctor or talking to people when they're drunk as hell. Oh, that's part of it then, because of the trees being cut. Oh, he didn't know they were doing all that. It's like cutting their ancestors. It's like destroying them. There's always two sides to something. They're not going to be angry for no reason. Why? Maybe if they communicated it, they would have stopped. Because they didn't tell them that, I think Nolan would have stopped if they had talked about it. See? He wouldn't have done it. How fights start. A misunderstanding. So common. He regrets it. Ugh. Maybe that's part of paying them back, is not taking what they were given. And that was the... God damn. They wouldn't be back in... That's how that plague started in the first place. The trees that they were, you know, that meant so much to them, it was actually their death sentence. Isn't that a bunch of load of shit right there? Isn't that how life works? The thing that they're, you know, that means so much to them would have been all of their, like, without them showing up, would have been their fate. They would have all died from it. And then them actually chopping all those down and doing something good bites them in their ass because they don't understand. They don't understand the reasoning why that plague was there in the first place. That was their job the whole time. That's what they were doing. He was doing it so they'd be safe and not. That's a punch in the heart right there. And he's still giving the gold back too. I mean, really, all of them. Now it's going off? It stopped. That does seem kind of random. Oh, to tell them that, to communicate with them, yeah, so they can go back. So they do leave understanding each other. Someone as proud as that doing, you know, you got to him. That's the significance of the bell. That's... I did not think that friendship would be like that, or it would end well like that. Wow. That island does go up in the sky, so there's not necessarily a good ending to this, right? I mean, it's very freaking sweet, but... You see that face? Because they want the gold, right? Oh no. They're going to fuck up the peace. So we know we know what's gonna happen here, and now it kind of makes sense. Nolan shows up, it's not there, and that's how he's a liar. Okay, boom, boom, boom. 3 seconds, I get it. And that's how it happens. Nolan has shitty ass luck. And the half of the building too. It's a blessing in disguise, because they probably would have killed everybody and taken all the gold. Think about that part though. Now we know how a good guy is and how it actually happened. I feel so bad for him. Of course he's gonna look like a crazy person now to everybody else, like he was lying. Is that a really good king? He picked his fucking nose. Oh yeah, not just him. Suddenly all of them are liars. And that's how your kids' books become and exist. Really, they both get fucked. They're up in the sky, he's down below. And the bell, man. And that's how it all happened. They come in, take their land, okay. And for years, that's why they would get mad. Everybody gets screwed in this story. So there's always been somebody playing the role of God. Is the fat guy that fought Robin, is that like his ancestor or something? Two good friends get completely screwed over. So that's the true story. He was a good guy until the end. That's a nice thought. Regardless of who it is that's playing God, there's always somebody. Yeah, exactly. They would have been screwed, but they're still in some deep shit. Everything leads to this bell. And now we see how much meaning there is to that bell. Let's just destroy everything. The damn snake. Now I kind of feel bad for the snake. How nice that snake was as a little snaky. Luffy and Nami. After having that much significance and history and story to that bell, I could have never thought how much that bell had meaning. Like, you know, ringing the bell to make sure that, you know, for Nolan to come back. Like, how many, he did it for years, ringing the bell, hoping, I mean, he knew that he would come back eventually. The thing is, I had a bad suspicion when they were grabbing the gold and talking about the gold. Whenever there's anything to do, you bring that to a kingdom or you bring that back to your place. Maybe they're good-hearted people, but there's a king, as we saw, or other people that are, you saw that face, that smiling face when, oh, there's gold there. Like, the greed will always beat out somebody. It'll win on somebody's mind, and this king was just scummy as all hell. We knew that there was something wrong with that story, right? As we saw, years and years later, descendant of Nolan being a good guy himself and wanting to prove that Nolan wasn't a bad guy. And man, I didn't think it was as deep as it showed these last couple episodes. How deep that friendship was between them. And now we see how Wiper, like, he heard the story when he was a kid, and everything he's done, like, does he, my thought process when it went back there and they're talking about they're talking about ringing the bell, all I think about is, if you rang the bell, they said, if you rang the bell, would Nolan hear it? And that just made me sad when I think about that, because he's gone, and that's 300 years ago, and the way he died, and then the way they got screwed, everybody, no one got anything here. The king didn't get anything because they didn't get gold, they didn't get what they wanted. Nolan didn't get shit because he got taken as a liar, never got to see him again, never got to see his friend again, never got an answer either. That's the worst part. He died not having an explanation or an answer of where the hell that island went. And then the same thing with the Shandians, that they died being sent up. They didn't ask to be sent up into the sky for people to take over their island, their land like that, on top of and for years and years and years, it's just everybody got screwed. I just didn't, man, that was so satisfying. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just the way they told that story, but because there's a lot of similarities, you know, it really, like I was talking about an episode ago, it reminded me, you know, it reminds me of, you know, explorers going to America with Indians it very, very similar in that aspect. And you think about people, you know, taking land or taking territory or taking people's gold. There's always going to be, even if there's, you know, the people that show up may be good people, the people back home might not be as nice as we saw there. And it's just all bad luck. It's all bad luck for everybody. I feel bad for everybody, and other than the king, I didn't give a fuck what happened to the king, but those guys are just greedy as hell. The people, unfortunately, they believed them, they believed the crew, they believed everybody until the king, you know, said otherwise and all that. Kind of hard to say where you bring, what are you supposed to say? How did this island just disappear? Though think about this, there's half a house there, there's half a building, right? Shouldn't, I mean, if you thought about it, if you used your head, there's something that happened, because how else is that half a building, like in half an area like that? I'm surprised they would go straight to just killing somebody over that. Like, you told me there was gonna be gold, fuck you. Oh man, it's satisfying though. I have to say, it's very satisfying to know that Nolan really was a good guy and they connected like that. Anyway, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 if you want to see uncut reactions or early releases. Discord, Twitter, Twitch, all my links are down below in the description. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.